I was really nervous about joining the lab. I didn't really know how I would fit in, and I didn't know much about animal research at the time, and I didn't know if that was something that I could do. But as soon as I started, the lab environment was very friendly. Brandon and Shauna were very inviting, and I really started to learn a lot right away. And if you jump in head first, I think anybody can fit in as long as they show hard work and willing to work with others.
I really enjoyed being a member of the Aragona Lab. There's a great sense of camaraderie among the graduate students, postdocs, and undergraduate students in the lab here. Everyone gets along very well and helps each other out with the research and experiments. What I particularly like about being a member of the Aragona Lab is not that you only get to be part of our specific lab, but you're part of this greater community of psychology and neuroscience here at the University of Michigan. We have a lot of fantastic scientists that you get to learn from, take classes with, that can be your mentors, that will discuss your research with you whenever you'd like, and you get experience teaching with them, as many of them are really great teachers here in psychology and neuroscience.
The lab environment is actually really fun. I've actually met some people that I, actually enjoy, outside of lab. We go out sometimes. It's fun. It was difficult at first because you didn't know if it was more like a job or like a lab. Because the only lab experience I really have is like Orgo lab or something stupid. So I just didn't know what to expect, but it ends up it's more like a fun work environment.
The lab environment here is very unique, I would say. There's definitely a lot of trust that goes on between the different people working. Even if there's someone not directly tracking what I do, I feel like they trust me to, get my work done, which then contributes to their work, and I trust them to do their part. And so this kind of creates a really special environment where we can get a lot done when we're all working kind of independently, but also together, and we really have achieved some great results so far.
I was expecting it to be like a lab class, which I absolutely hate. I recently dropped my Orgo 2 lab, so just an example for you. But actually when I got here, I loved it. Everyone was so friendly and it was so different than class. I was able to get so involved with the experiments and it was so hands-on. It was really different than I expected and so much better.
When I started in lab, I was a little nervous that I wasn't going to be able to do anything interesting. I would just basically be doing the work that nobody else wanted to do, like cleaning things up and doing analysis and things, which are important and things that I do partake in, but I've been really lucky to progress and do a lot of other things that a lot of other labs I don't think let their undergrads do. So if you show interest in this lab and you put the work in, you'll be rewarded and you'll be able to do a lot of different things and advance on with your techniques.
The lab environment's really great. It's definitely very warm and friendly, and I really look forward to coming in to lab every day. It's such a nice break from classes and everything else, and it's just really nice to have so many people that I've developed such a relationship with over the past couple of years, and people who really care about what's going on in your life, and it's not just coworkers. It's I've really become friends with a lot of the people. So
the lab environment is really nice. It's fun. It's really energetic and challenging.
I would say, I think the lab, it's a good mixture of work and play, I guess. Because the work that, everyone's expected to work hard, and work well. And it's great because everyone's really dedicated to the work. And a lot gets done, and a lot of great stuff is found out and discovered, and it's a really enriching environment intellectually. But what's great about it too is that it's also enriching socially and just it's fun. It can be kind of a stress reliever at times as well as a stress inducer, because every time I go in there there's somebody doing something funny or someone having a good time while doing research. So yeah, I think it's a great mixture of hard work and fun times.
The environment is wonderful. I left school after my junior year for 6 years and I came back, so I didn't have a lot of my old buddies that I had in college, and it was really interesting to be back in Ann Arbor without kind of the social ties that I had before. And so when I came into the lab, I made friends with people here, And I put in hard work. I definitely cared about the work that I did, and I was rewarded for that. But I think what I value most about the lab is that I have met people that I really like and that I would hang out with otherwise. And that's like the best thing in life are the people that surround you. And I feel fortunate to have come to this lab where there are so many great people.